So the next topic is circle, right? What is circle? Circle, you are familiar with the circles, a shape that is very commonly seen in our day-to-day life. For example, a coin, right? A coin, what? Bangles, wheel of the rings, right? Plates, chapatis, and the most common is pizza, gramophone, records, right? CDs, full moon, we can see it, right? The dial of the clock, sun, all the resemble a circle, and lots of other things are circular in shape, right? The circle is the most common geometrical shape which we come across in our day-to-day life. When we think of a circle, the first thing that comes in our mind, which is a round in shape, right? What is this?
Yeah.
Circle, what is in round in shape, correct, right? So the wheels, coins, we have already done the examples, right? So some of the example are in circular in shape is very common. We can always, the very yummy and the very familiar shape is pizza. Okay, so the circle is a closed curve. It's a curved, right? It's not a, there is no line segment, there is no line, nothing. So the circle is a closed curve such that all the points on its boundary, all the points on a boundary are at equal distance from the fixed point, this one, all the boundaries, okay, on its boundary are at equal distance from a fixed point inside it, right? This is the very common definition. A circle is a path of all the points that are equidistant from the equidistance. If you draw it any line from center to the on the circle, then you will get the equidistance from a fixed points on a given surface. Or you can say that a circle is a set of all those points in a plane, each of which is at a constant distance from a fixed point in the plane. Suppose this all are in a equidistance from the center. Okay, now come to the important thing, which is parts of circle. Parts of circle. So first of all we will understand in parts of circle, which is center. Center is a center. What is center? The fixed point is called a center. Where is the center? This is the center. Center. Center always be represented, generally we are represented with a capital O. So the definition is the fixed point is called center.
What do you mean fixed point?
Yeah, fixed point. Fixed. This is fixed.
What do you mean?
This center is the fixed point. This will never change. Okay, this will be a center. So the fixed point in the circle from which all the points on the boundary or border of a circle are equidistant is called the center of the circle, because it's all the distance on the boundary from the center of the from this point, fixed point, is equidistance. Equidistance
Yes.
means equal distance. Okay. Now the second important part of the circle is radius. What is radius? So radius, the distance from the center of the circle and any point of the circle. Center of the circle, which is this one, and any center of the circle and any point on the circle. Suppose this is P, Q, R, S, T, U, V. So anything, any line which is distance. So these all are the radius. So there are many radius. Radius we are used for one, and when we have the many, then we call it a radii. Radii is the plural form. So there are many, so we call it a radii.
But how do you know what the radius is?
Radius is 1. When we are talking about 1, then we call it a radius. Then we have many, then we have draw many radius, then we call it a radii. Okay. So write down the
What about the
definition.
definition of radius?
Yeah, I'm writing. The distance from the center of the circle and any point and any point on the circle. On the circle is called the radius of the circle. How you will be representing here? So radius of the circle are, I have drawn many radii. So how you will represent it? OP, OQ, right? OR, OS, OT, OV, OU, all are the radius, right? Understood? So O is the fixed point. You can see on the board, O is the fixed point which is center of the circle, and these all the radii. You can draw it lots of radius. Okay, you can draw it many. If you can draw it more, you can draw it. Okay, but it is now radius always be represented by a R. Okay, represented by a small r, small letter r. Or sometimes when we have the two radius in a circle, like when we use two circles in one time, so generally we are taking small circle, represented the radius with a small r, and the big circle radius we will represent it with a capital R. So write down, radius is denoted by R. Okay, now second property is all the radii of a circle are equal length. All the radii of a circle are equal length. What is the meaning of this sentence? Suppose your radius length is 2 centimeter, right? So all will be in 2 centimeters only. Okay, not more and less. No, because it's all are equidistant from the center. So the length of the radii is also equal in length. Now come to the third property of radius, which is the radius of a circle is always positive. Okay, the radius write down the third property. The radius of a circle is always positive. No negative radius. Never. Always positive. Okay?
But why?
Why? Because it's inside in the circle. Not possible. Radius is never used for the negative, right? And one more important property, like the center of the circle does not lie on the circle. Always be inside the circle, okay? So always remember radius word used for the singular and radii for the plural when we have the more than.
Wait, you said the center of a circle never lays on a circle?
Yes, yes. Now, one more important property. The circle is a simple closed curve which is not a polygon. Write down. A circle is a simple, this is a closed curve but not a polygon. What is the difference in the closed curve and the polygon? Simple closed curve but not a polygon. Polygon is what? It's made up of line segment, right? But circle is not made up of line segment. So a circle is a simple closed curve but not a polygon. A circle is not a polygon as it is not made up of line segment. It's a curved, right? It's very important property. So the next topic is, the next part of a circle is diameter, right? What is diameter? So the diameter is, suppose this is of the center of the circle, right? Okay, this is of the center of the circle. So what is diameter? Diameter is, the diameter of a circle is a line segment having its end point on the circle. So any line segment with end points on the circle and passing through its center. This is very important, okay? It should be passing through the center. This is the diameter. And diameter also we can draw it many, right? We can draw it like this. We can draw it like this. Two end point. O is the center of the circle. Now this A, B is a diameter. This P, Q is a diameter. You can draw it many more, okay? So how you will write it? The definition. The diameter of a circle is a line segment. Yeah, what is line segment? We learn it. Line segment is a fixed point. Yeah, fixed point. So line segment having its, very good, having its end points on the circle and passing through its center. Very important. And passing through its center. As you can see on the board, it's passing through a O. O is the center of the circle, right? So when we join two end points, any two end points on the circle, okay, then, and they all passing through the O, center of the circle, then we'll make it a diameter, like AB, PQ, many more you can draw it. Now the first property of the diameter is, diameter is denoted by D.
Yeah.
Diameter is denoted by D. Sometimes denoted by small d and sometimes it's a capital D. According to question, when we have two circles, so we'll give the naming two different D. One is a small and the other is capital. So how many diameters can a circle have? Can you tell me?
What?
How many diameters can a circle?
Infinite?
Yeah, infinite. Endless, right? You can draw it many. So,
Yeah.
Now diameter is, like, see, this is the radius. Now look at the board. Okay, this is the radius. This one is radius, right? This is also the radius. Okay, so two radius, when you add it, you will get the what? You will get the diameter. Okay,
Yeah.
the whole
Yeah.
is the diameter. So now come to the formula. How you will write it? So diameter of a circle is 2 times of radius of the circle. Radius of the circle. And you can write it by the denotation form. So wait, I will explain after this. So according to the diagram, okay, according to the diagram, AB is, when you write it AB will be break over AO or OB, right? Right? AB we can break it AO plus OB, right? Now, when OA is the radius, OB is also the radius, so it will become 2 times radius, and AB is denoted by D because AB is the diameter. So the formula is, we can write it formula like diameter is 2 times of radius. Okay, diameter is 2 times of radius. You can write it down like this.
Well, how do you find the radius of a circle?
Radius of the circle. So radius, when we have to find it, so you will divide by 2. This is the radius of the circle.
No. So like without knowing the diameter, how do you find the radius of a circle?
Radius of the circle. Okay. So you will draw the circle. With the help of rounder. Okay, suppose you will measure the 2 centimeter. Suppose I will have to draw the circle, okay, which is 2 centimeter. So I measure like this, okay, the 2 centimeter, okay, and then draw like this, 2 centimeter. So radius is 2 centimeter because we are using the rounder, and then draw the radius. So the semicircle, a diameter divides the circle into 2 equal parts, is called the semicircle. Okay, when diameter draw it, it will divide it into 2 semicircles. Okay, write down the definition. A diameter divides the circle into 2 equal parts. Into 2 equal parts called semicircle. Okay,
Yeah.
the semicircle are like this. So semicircle is, where is the semicircle? This to this part is this one semicircle, and this is the another semicircle. So when you join two semicircle, it will become a circle. Okay?
Yeah.
When you
Yeah.
join the two semicircle, it will become a circle. Okay? Understood? So this is the semicircle. Now come to the next is chord.
Oh, okay.
So the next part of the circle is chord, and chord, the definition of chord is a line segment
A line segment. Oh, a chord is a line segment.
a line segment having
Oh.
having its end point having its
Endpoint.
end points on the circle is called chord.
Yeah.
Now,
You know, my mom's car actually broke down in the middle of uh um you I think yeah.
wait. O is the center. Okay, O is the center of the circle, and as you know it, AB is the diameter, right? AB is the
Yeah.
diameter. So chord is this one, PQ, which is not go through the center of the circle. Okay?
Yeah.
Always remember, suppose this is the chord, this is the chord, because this is not go through the center. This is the chord. It will start, see, a line segment having its end point on the circle, like this end point to this end point. But this will never go through the center of the circle. So we call it a chord. Okay? So the chord is, yeah. So the line segment, suppose I am giving the name PQ, right? So PQ is the chord. PQ is a chord. So as I can give the name, suppose UV. UV is also chord, UV. Okay, and this I can give the name CD. So CD is chord. Okay, understood the chords? It will never passing through the center of the circle. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So yes, one more important property of the chord is diameter is the largest chord of the circle. Okay, diameter is the largest chord of the circle. Okay, largest chord. Write down the property of the chord.
Okay, I wrote it down. And you know, you know that there's a mechanic outside my house because our car broke down. And
So the next is concentric circles. What is that? Two or more circles having the same center point. Okay, suppose this is one circle. Okay, suppose we have one more circle. See, when we have a two or more circles, write down two or more circles having the same center. Having the same center. Same center means this is the center O, okay, but the circle is in different radius. Suppose first circle is in 2 centimeter, other circle is 3 centimeter, the other circle is 4 centimeter, right? This is OA, OB, OC. See, but center of the circle is same for all the circles, right? So
yeah,
two or
yeah.
more circles having the same center are called concentric circle. Concentric circles. Okay. So all the 3 circles having a common center which is O. So all
Yeah.
3 circles, all 3 circles have common center O. Okay. So this is the So the next topic is circumference. What is circumference?
I don't know what that means.
Okay.
That sounds like
Circumference,
a Russian word.
circumference means is the length of the boundary of the circle. What is the circumference? Just like a perimeter of the other shape. We are using the word perimeter for the other shape, the length of the figure, right? The total length, the entire length of the figure, we call it a perimeter. But in circle, the concept is same, only the name is different. What we call it a circumference. Circumference means this is the center of the circle, okay, and this is the circumference. Circumference, the definition of circumference is the length of the boundary of the circle. Okay.
Yeah.
The length of the boundary of the circle. Suppose we start the boundary from this point. Okay. So you will stop your, so I am giving the name here O and here is P. So suppose I start the boundary from here and I will stop here. So the starting point and the end point is same, right? This. So this will cover the entire length of the circle.
But there's only one point, so the starting and end point are the same.
Yeah, so start with the P and the stop with P. Okay. So basically the entire length of the circle or the length of the whole boundary of the circular region is called a circumference. Okay. We will explain. I will explain in the the area and perimeter. There will be a topic how to find the circumference of the circle. So there is a formula and everything. Okay. So but we will learn in the different topic.
Yeah. Wait, is it a part of the circumference?
Yeah. So arc. Now come to the next topic is arc. Arc is what? Arc. Suppose a little girl drops her bangle, okay, glass bangle, that is broken into pieces.
Yeah.
Right? How you will see how they will break it. Wait. Okay, so the next part of the circle is the arc. Okay, so in that arc, try to understand the concept of the arc. Okay, suppose a little girl drops her glass bangle that is broken into these pieces like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, small pieces when we drop it the bangle, right? So these pieces are parts. These pieces are parts of the bangle, and these pieces are called the arcs of the circle. The small pieces. When you join these pieces, you will get back to the bangle. Same like a circle. So these pieces, these parts, okay. So these pieces are parts or arcs of the circle. We can say that, okay. So as bangle is circular in shape, right? As bangle is in circular in shape, right? Thus any part of a circle is known as arc. Any part. This is the arc, this is the arc, this is the arc. So every pieces of the bangle is called a arc. Understood the arc concept? Okay. So write down the definition first.
Yeah.
Okay. So a part of a circle between any 2 points. Okay. a part of a circle, between any 2 points. Okay, so the continuous part of a circle between 2 points on it, we call it a arc.
Yeah, it's
Suppose,
a part. It's a part of the circumference, or
yeah. Suppose this is the P and this is the Q. See? So we can see it in the circle. There is a 2 parts, right? There is a
yeah,
2 point, the portion of the circle between 2 points P and Q. You looked it in 2 ways, right? What is the 2 ways? A smaller arc and the major arc, right? You can see it in the diagram. It's a major arc and the minor arc, right? So the smaller arc we call it a minor arc. The bigger arc we call it a major arc. So there is a 2 part in the arc. Always remember, okay? Now, how you will represent and how you will write this arc. Okay, write down. So, suppose I can give the name here A and here is B. Right? But the main part of this is here P and Q. So, we are dividing the arc with P and Q. So how we can write it? So yeah, you have written the definition, no? So the arc is represented by a sign. The arc is represented with the sign, with sign represented by this curve. This is the sign of representing the arc. Okay, hence you can write arc, suppose PAQ. So PAQ, this is the PAQ.
Yeah.
And this is the QBP. Now, as you can understand here, this is the minor arc from here to here. This is the minor arc. Okay, I am writing. The smaller part of the arc is minor arc. So you can write it in this way. This is the minor arc, and this way is the here to here. You can write it in the major arc.
Yeah.
Minor arc and the major arc. So yes, PAQ is the minor arc because it's a smaller part, and this is the major arc. Understood the arc concept? So circumference, generally we are divided into 2 ways, okay? The smaller or in the bigger. So smaller part we call it a minor arc, and the bigger part we call it a major arc. That's it in this one. Okay? So if the arc of a circle is greater than the semicircle. Greater than the semicircle means half than a circle. So greater than a semicircle, it is called the major arc, as you can see it in the diagram. If the arc of a circle is a less than the semicircle, then we call it a minor arc. So this is the concept of arc.
Yeah. Wait, are you going to include this in the homework?
Yes.
Are you include?
Yes, yes. So the next part of the circle is sector. Okay. The sector. Try to understand the sector. What is sector? A region in the interior of the circle Okay, the region of the interior of the circle with the arc, okay, with the formed by a arc and two radii joining the end point of the arc is called the circle. See, this is the interior of the circle. Yes? Yes or no?
Yeah.
So this is the interior of the circle with the arc, right? With arc. Which arc? The smaller arc, right? The minor arc. Then we call it a sector. Okay, understood? The sector, like the top, you can see it on the board, like the pizza slice represent a sector of the circular pizza. This is the pizza slice, suppose. Okay, so you can say that it's a pizza slice. When you take out from the circle, we call it a sector. But this is called the, because this is the radius as you know it, right? What is this? This is the radius. This is also the radius, and this is the arc. So the definition will make it when the region enclosed by two radii and an arc is called a sector. Again, we have the sector formed by a major arc is known as major sector, and one formed by the minor arc is known as minor sector. So this is the minor sector. Okay, this is the minor sector, and this red one is the major sector. Okay, because this is the minor arc, you can write it in more detail. This is the minor arc, this is the major arc. So this portion will be major sector. Understand the concept? See, two radii with one arc will make it a sector. Okay?
You're talking a little too fast. Can you write down the definition?
Yeah, of course. The portion write down the definition. The portion of the circular region.
Like, what do you mean the reason? What do you mean
Circular
reason? Like
region.
The reason or region?
Region.
R-E-G.
No.
Region? I thought you were saying.
Okay. So the portion of the circular region bounded by two radii and an arc of a circle is called sector. Now, sector of the circle. The two portions of the circular region are bounded by the two radii. As you can see it in here, smaller sector is called the minor sector, and major part of the major sector. Major sector or bigger. So the minor sector, the smaller sector is called the minor sector, and the larger sector is called the major sector, right? We have two sectors here also. Okay, any confusion here? So PQ form two sector with the same pair of radii. The upper portion of the circle is the major sector, and while the lower portion of the circle is the minor sector. That's done. Or how you can write it with this? So you can write it POQ is the minor sector, Okay, and the Q O P is the major sector because it's a more than half, as you can see in the diagram. So the next part of the circle is segment. Okay, what is this? You know it, chord, right? We learn it, chord. What is chord? So a chord divides a circle into two parts, right? Into two parts are called segment of the circle. Now try to understand with the diagram. Okay, now see the diagram. When we divided circle into two parts, see, with the chord, right? As you know it, PQ is the chord. Yes or no? Yeah, PQ is what? PQ is the chord, right? So the definition is a chord divides a circle into two parts, as you can see it in the diagram. This is one part, this is the another part, right? We have two parts in the circle. Okay, when we have the two parts in a circle, so you can see it in the diagram. There is one is a small circle, one small part, and the other is the big part, right? Yes or no? A chord of a circle divides the circular region bounded by the circle into two parts. Each part is called the segment. The major segment is bigger than half of called a major segment, and the minor segment is smaller than the half of the circular region. It's called a minor segment. Okay, so now write down, this is the minor segment. What is this? Write down, this is the minor segment. And this bigger part is the because it's a more than half, so we call it a major segment. Yes, any confusion here you can ask. See, minor segment, major segment. Minor segment, how you will write it? Now I can give the name here, suppose A and here is B. Okay, so PAQ, write down, PAQ is the minor segment and QBP is the major segment. Okay, major segment, minor segment. Any confusion here in the segments? O is the center of the circle. A chord of a circle divides the circular region into two parts called segments of the circle. The segment containing the center of the circle is known as major segment, and one the not containing the centers is known as minor segment. So we have two segments here. So we have learned today there are many parts of the circle. First we have started with the center of the circle, second radius, third diameter, fourth semicircle, fifth circumference, sixth arc, there is a major arc, minor arc, fourth is sector, there is a minor sector, major sector, and the next is segment, which is minor sector, segment, and the major segment. So we have learned today very important parts of the circle. These are very basic fundamental of circle of circle. Okay, now interior and the exterior of a circle, you know it. Interior of the circle means whatever is in the interior of the inside the circle, we call it a interior of the circle. Whatever is outside the circular region, boundary of the circle, we call it a exterior. So this is the another concept of the circle. As you know it, interior of the circle, the area enclosed by a circular region by